All right, welcome back to another episode of the Winners Work Podcast. Today will be our All-Star Starters edition. The fan voting is now open for us to be able to vote for our All-Stars, get our favorite players in the game, but we're not going to go the bias route for this. We're going to be objective.
Who's we?
Objective. John, you hearing what I'm saying? Objective here for our All-Star picks, for both conferences. We're going to start with the Western Conference. I think the best way to do this is we'll allow everyone to give their guards first, and then we'll discuss that, and then we'll move on to the front court players. I'll start with Mason. Who are your guards? We'll start Western Conference, a little bit less controversial. Who are the West guards for you?
So my guards were Luka and Steph, but I did that obviously assuming that Steph's injury isn't too long and he's able to be a starter. But I have John Morant listed as like the backup if the health isn't there. I would have John Morant as my third.
I think that maybe the backup spot will be where it's controversial because
I think there's like three good choices.
Do we all have Steph and Luka as backcourt for Western
if Steph's had enough games played, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to think right now. I didn't even come up with like a backup. I assume Steph will probably be good around February, but if not, yeah, probably John Morant.
Because voting ends late January, I think, and he's going to come back like mid-January. So yeah. I don't know how many more games he'll play by the time voting's done.
Fan vote wise, he's getting in. I mean, 50%.
Yeah, he'll outvote
50% of the votes is fan vote. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I assume he'll get in.
Yeah. The backup I could see being a little bit controversial though, because I was between Ja and Shea personally.
Facts.
Shea's numbers actually looked a little bit better to me. He was a lot more efficient, but I gave John Morant the benefit of the doubt with his team success being a little bit better and his team being like way better. So, John Morant might average 30 like Shea if he had no teammates in OKC as well.
Yeah, and then I'll throw in Devin Booker as well too.
Yeah,
as just like consideration for the West.
Backpacking the Suns. They are atrocious without him.
That man, Chris Paul, we had some conversations in the offseason about Chris Paul, Mr. 13 points per game. I saw the Suns' social media. They were trying to prop him up for All-Star votes. I'm looking at these numbers. I'm like, bro, he's averaging half the numbers you need to be an All-Star. Like, hey, man, but shout out to CP3, man. He's a great career.
Bro, that's the thing. He's a legend. It's just like, bro, it's just like, damn. It's sad to watch because like he's not even like CP3, like prime CP3. I think it was like Hornet CP3. I don't even think Clipper CP3 was like his prime. I think when he got injured, that's kind of when he changed as a player into kind of more of a facilitator and less of a scorer. I could be tripping, but I feel like he did that. Yeah. And then I feel like since then it's just been a slow decline, but he's still been like a star player. And then now it's just like, all right, bro.
He's had great longevity over his career, but yeah.
He's 37. Like he can't be it's not everyone could be LeBron.
This is what most stars look like when they're getting up there.
Not to mention, I mean, Chris Paul outlasted a lot longer than a lot of guys do. His prime was still really long.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even say most stars. I'd say he's above that level of where most stars get to at this age.
I mean, he made All-Star last year. Like,
yeah.
But no. He was all right. He was way better last year, bro. He was.
I agree.
I just saw the stat like the other day. He was like second in clutch points, or he was like top 5 in clutch points that year. Like he was closing. He was actually elite in the fourth quarter. He was just not trying in the first quarter, like facilitating that shit. But now it's like, all right, bro.
Bro, his 37th birthday hit in the playoffs, and since then, like literally, it's like that day. Since then, he just hasn't been the same player.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, interesting stuff. But yeah, we can move on from West guards. I think the front court gets a little interesting. I'll go.
Do we want to hit everyone's? Are we going to talk about like the backups for Steph, or are we just saying Lucas Steph?
Oh! Do you have a backup that was not Shea or?
Oh, mine was Shea, but like Mason has said his. Yeah.
Okay, got you. And then John, did you have a backup in case potentially Steph for them?
I just took those starters. I didn't make any backups.
Yeah, got you. Okay. Anything you want to touch on regarding Shea? I mean, the dude is balling out this year.
Yeah, I mean, is he averaging 31 still?
He's averaging 30 on the nose.
I didn't put as much value into team success as I do for like my MVP rankings, just because I think
that's how it should be. It should be more focused on the.
If I had to have a backup though, it would be Ja. Because I said the Grizzlies would be like the 8th seed before the season, and Ja without Desmond Bain, without Jaren Jackson Jr., it doesn't matter. Like they're been top 4 seed in the West the entire season. So I
That was my
mean,
logic.
I'm giving it to Ja. Like I can't. I mean, they have a good team, yeah, but like it doesn't matter who's playing. Like if Ja's out there, they about to win. So
Yeah, I agree. I
I think Josh or Booker, anyone's good for that. If Steph
Booker
can't.
too. Booker might be over Ja. No cap. Bro,
Wow.
Booker, I'm being serious, bro. Booker backed this backpacking the niggas, man.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
We can talk about Mr. Winner's work, DeAndre Ayton, a bit later. Got into some shenanigans with his coach. But forwards, let's start with John this time. I know I'm about to hear some controversial stuff out of John for the forwards for the West. Who are your West forwards?
It's not gonna be controversial. Jokic.
Okay.
Wait, like this is Jokic. You mean front court, right?
Yeah.
Front court, yeah, front court. My bad. I just said forwards. Yeah, front court.
Jokic, AD. This last spot is controversial. I don't know. It's,
Are
like,
you lagging a little bit? What's going on here?
Zion, it could be Zion, bro.
Say who you
I don't
feel.
know.
Yeah, say what you chest, bro.
All right, I'll just say Zion. I'll say Zion because I just use the same logic with Ja. I'll be consistent. Zion because the Pelicans are killing in the West. So AD, Jokic, Zion.
Okay. Carter, what about you?
I think Jokic is a lock. And then if AD, same thing with Steph, if he has enough games played, I think he's a lock. But if he were to not play, I'd go LeBron and Zion. But if AD's good, say everyone's healthy, AD and Jokic in there, and I think I'd go LeBron. I hate having two Lakers in there when they're out of the play-in, but I think LeBron's just putting up slightly better numbers than Zion is.
Okay. Mason, what about you?
I did Jokic and Davis as well, and I actually took Zion over LeBron. His numbers are a little lower, but he's much more efficient, and he's on the 3rd seed Pelicans that are a game behind the 1st seed. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of I don't like to value team record as much in All-Stars like you said, but at the same time I couldn't give the Pelicans, who have been phenomenal, no All-Star starters, and then the 12 seed Lakers.
Brandon Ingram out half the season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still cooking.
For me, like this exercise aside, I mean, LeBron's going to be a starter. We know that's just how it works when it comes to like the fan voting and everything. But yeah, I actually with John and Mason, I did go Zion for that 3rd spot. And I had AD and Jokic. And Jokic this past month, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Nikola Jokic. I just got to get on the pod and say that he's been a lot more aggressive and he's putting up some. He had a Will Chamberlain game where he grabbed like 27 rebounds, dropped 40 points.
20 in the first half, 20 rebounds in the first half.
He's on timing right now, so salute to.
Hey, roll the clip of the Winner Work Pod blessing, man. The second we challenge a player to be better, they're there.
That's crazy. All right, so this is now we get to the Eastern Conference. This is the conference where I definitely expect a lot more controversy. We'll start with the guards, and let's see. I've given everyone else a chance to start. I'll start first with my guards. I did have Donovan Mitchell. I think that's the obvious one. The second guard spot, I considered a lot of players, but ultimately went with Jaylen Brown, averaging 26 a game. Really, his three-point percentage has not been great this year, but overall, I think he's been pretty efficient. I considered Kyrie, but it's just the games played thing was a little bit, and the team record. Those are two very important things to know when we get to the forwards. But yeah, so I went Jaylen Brown with the edge for that. And James Harden, like he's balling out, but he hasn't played enough games for me. That's why I didn't put Harden in there. But Mason, what about you? Your guards?
I went Donovan, of course, and then I actually went Kyrie Irving as my second guard. I know that the games played are a little lower than you like to see, but his stats have been like really, really good. And I think him and Jaylen Brown are neck and neck, but I gave it to, my favorite player of all time.
I respect that. I would much rather see Kyrie Irving in the starting lineup than Jaylen Brown, with all due respect, entertainment value and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But John, what about you?
I have Donovan Mitchell and Jaylen Brown.
Okay. Carter.
I might be given too much benefit of the doubt. He's been inefficient, but he's averaging 27 and 10. I put Trey at my other spot next to Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. I mean, maybe I'm too critical of Trey this year because I just expect so much. I've been very disappointed.
That's
Like, to
fair,
the point
yeah.
where I didn't consider him. I didn't even think about
I
putting
didn't
Trey.
consider Trey either.
And hey man, you know how I feel about Trey Young, but I
Yeah,
want to
no,
see
I
more
definitely didn't consider Trey.
I don't even know if maybe this is a little too harsh. I don't know if he'll make the
He'll
All-Star
get in.
team this year.
All right, bro.
27 and 10.
Now,
on
now you're a dick rider, bro.
5 true shooting, he'll get in.
I'm just saying, bro. The way the media's been pushing this Tyrese Halliburton stuff, I don't know.
Oh, that's true.
But I hope
There's
he's
a lot of
bro.
good guards out
Nah,
east.
bro. Trey is not missing that shit.
he better make it. But yeah,
I
definitely.
bet both of the wild card spots in the East probably go to guards.
Yeah, I would think so. And he has picked it up the past couple games too. We'll see. Forwards, front court. Here we go.
Man.
I think we want to hear from John first on this one. Who are your front court players?
I went Tatum, Giannis, and KD.
Okay. Any reason why you left Joel Embiid off? I mean, leading scorer, points per game this year.
KD and Embiid were. It just I feel like the Nets have a better record than 76 right now, and KD is the best player. And I think they're doing an equal amount of carrying. Like KD has had to play without Kyrie, and Embiid has to play without Harden, and the Nets roster isn't that great still. The Sixers roster isn't that great, so it's not really slight to Embiid. Like I don't really care if he says so.
Gotcha.
But the locks are Tatum and Giannis, though. I want to hear what y'all have.
I don't know about lock.
To call anybody a lock in this scenario is kind of an interesting take, in my opinion, personally. Let's go to Mason. Mason, who are your front court players?
My first selected front court player was the MVP of the league, Jason Tatum. And then I had Giannis and KD behind him, also leaving Embiid off. And I agree with Carter in a sense that there's no wrong answers. I think all these guys deserve to be starters, but there's just not enough spots for them. But I disagree that there actually is one wrong answer. I think if Tatum isn't a starter, you have it wrong. Right now, I think Tatum has to be a starter.
Not to these niggas.
Carter, what about you?
I think because I've had Tatum number one on my MVP for like 3 weeks, but the record isn't as much of a thing for all-star voting. So that's why I think he's not a wrong answer. I do have the same front court as Mason and John. I left Joel Embiid off. Mainly because of he's played less games than the rest of them. He's missed, I think, 8 games, and the turnovers are the only other like negative for him. He's averaging 4 turnovers with his 4.5 assists, so that's what separated him from the rest for me.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at all these guys, like obviously there's levels to it, but they're all putting up like 30 plus a game. They're all two-way players at this point. Like KD stepped it up a bit this year defensively. They're all winning games. Like it's really hard to look at any of these guys and be like, if you put this player on the bench, just like completely terrible or wrong. But in my opinion, when you see the way Tatum has been playing this year and you see the way the Celtics have been winning, it does feel it just doesn't feel right, especially if you're saying that he's the MVP. I probably would have him as the MVP right now. It doesn't necessarily feel right to leave him off, but it doesn't feel right to leave any of these guys off. So all that to say, I literally have the same front court as all.
less controversial than we think.
Tatum, Giannis, and
Shout out Joel though.
Yeah,
he
he deserves a lot of
33 on
love.
like 65 true shooting. That's nuts.
Literally, he could just be playing more games.
Yeah, we use true shooting here. Damn. Real basketball is ruined forever,
bro. True shooting.
You have a problem with true shooting?
Go ahead, bro.
What? Efficient 33. Is that better?
Real basketball.
Very, very efficient 33.
Real basketball.
The game is done.
I mean, shout out Joel. We all know he's an amazing player, but I mean, like I said, there's only 3 spots. I can't make a 4th spot to put him in there. It's gonna feel wrong having a 33-point per game scorer off the bench, but in my opinion, you guys have been better.
Scoring channel, back-to-back years. Yeah, I mean, Embiid, this has been a consistent theme though, so it kind of be fitting, right? Like we want to see Embiid play more games.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
God, you're spazzing. What's going on? All right, right, this is definitely cut out. All right, we get.
John, you
And clean your AirPods.
you run
I
your
thought it was
AirPods through the
looking-
dishwasher?
We just went through the washing machine. Good lord. But yeah, honestly, not as controversial as I thought it was going to be for the East.
But
yeah,
it's close. We all agree on that.
It is close. You guys want to stick in the East? I think there's definitely some teams we can cover in the Eastern Conference right now. Just some what's trending kind of overview of the league right now. The Bucks have overtaken the Boston Celtics as the number 1 seed. Celtics going through a little bit of a rough stretch right now. And then the middle of this East, man, is looking absolutely phenomenal. You got the Cavs on a 4-game win streak. You got Brooklyn on a 6-game streak. Philly has won 5 in a row, and the Knicks 8 straight games.
And then the Hawks 2 straight right below that as well.
Yeah, the Hawks. The Hawks are doing some things. The Miami Heat at one point were included in this. They decided to lose, so they're not in the picture. But what are y'all thinking of the Conference of Champions right now, the Eastern Conference?
I think there's a lot of good basketball being played in the East. I hope that we get I hope the Magic make a push, make that 8 seed as a play-in team, and then we get a Magic versus Celtics first round. That would be a fun first round. The 2-0 Magic.
Games.
Oh, so y'all dropping one to Orlando?
Yeah, we'll lose one.
I mean, if you drop one to Orlando, I'm thinking Philly could get a couple.
They took one off of Toronto. I said 0% chance Philly can beat us in the series. Philly can beat us in the game. I'm not saying we're gonna sweep Philly. That's not I didn't say that. Y'all just put words in my mouth.
Messing with you,
pretend
bro.
I'm biased.
I'm just messing with you.
Nah, it's okay. I see the agenda. It's all good.
Agenda, man. Hey,
but yeah, every playoff team in the East except for Boston is on a win streak right now. Look at that.
All right.
It's all good. We gonna win tonight, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
I do want to.
Who do you got tonight? Indiana.
I mean, it doesn't matter. The regular season doesn't matter. Even if they lose to Indiana, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no. I also said it doesn't. I also don't care about the regular season, but it is funny to see not even just NBA fans shit on themselves, but Celtics fans in disarray, over
I've seen that
mini streak. They're dead ass in disarray. They shit thinks everything the shit fire Missoula and shit.
I saw a couple of Fire Missoula tweets. I was a little confused by those.
It's just pathetic, bro. We drop a couple, and the Magic are a bad Magic for us. I was just joking, but they've been on win streak.
They've been on win streak too. Trae Young and
Mason. You saw I said that in the group chat to Jimmy when he said, "Should I bet Celtics?" I literally said, "Bro, this Magic are a bad Magic for us, and they fucking beat us again." So I mean, I'm not really tripping. I don't. We have to. If we were maybe 1-9 or 2-8 over a 10-game stretch, maybe I'm damn, we need to lock in some shit. But 5-5, all right, bro, we good. Win the next game, we good.
I did want to get y'all a take. We don't really talk about that much on the pod, but on the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson has been balling out lately. 8 straight games is hard to do for any team in the NBA. Are we thinking that this means that the Knicks should be in position to make the playoffs this year, or are we not really buying them to be a lock playoff team?
I would say lock.
Just a couple pods ago, weren't John and I saying that RJ Barrett and the Knicks were due for some hot shooting? And then sure enough, that's basically what it's been. Everybody's just shooting better. They haven't really changed that much, other than a lot of the young guys are playing a lot more, and a lot of the young guys are playing well, which has been fun to see. But back to your point, I definitely don't think they're a lock for the playoffs, but I think they can make it.
Is Jalen Brunson their best player? Y'all think Jalen Brunson's their best player?
Julius Randle's been hooping, man.
Yeah,
Randle's been hooping.
Yes.
Yeah. Where's he in the controversy for the starting All-Star forward?
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Johnny is crazy. But bro, how did the Mavericks let Brunson get away? This man is he's actually a great player, and these niggas just let him walk. It's just laughable.
Yeah, it was mismanagement from them giving them the extension, because then they made him a free. He's basically unrestricted free agent.
Mhm.
At that point, I mean, his dad's on the Knicks coaching staff. I mean, it's hard to win him back, especially when you tell him you can run the offense and like be the lead guard as opposed to being like second fiddle to Luka. So,
That is true.
Yeah, they needed to either trade him before it was too late or needed to keep him around. It hurts to lose a player like Brunson for nothing.
yeah. One more thing I wanted to mention in the East before we move on to the West, unless anyone else has anything else to chime in. I did see our favorite team on the podcast, the Toronto Raptors, have dropped 6 straight games. They're 2-8 in their last 10. Are you guys trouble in paradise for the Toronto Raptors, or is it just a
Paradise.
rough patch? Oh, oh, we're not even calling it paradise.
Why would it be paradise?
Bro,
I'm just
right
saying.
now we're trouble in Detroit, Michigan. That's where we're
Oh
trouble.
boy, oh boy.
Because their half court offense is horrible. Their half court defense is terrible. It's literally turnover or bust for the Raptors when you watch them play. Their guard play is bad. I don't know. If I was them, I'd be going out trying to get a guy like Mike Conley personally, because right now this changes need to be made for this team.
They have
So
had
Mike
some
Conley not saving
injuries.
them niggas.
They've had some injuries, guys. That's what
Lots of teams have had
But-
injuries.
Yeah, but with
Everybody
everybody
has
has
injuries.
injuries. That doesn't like they're still one of the worst half court offenses, and it's because I mean Fred VanVleet hasn't been great, and when he is, he's still only one player. So they just have like the all 6'10" lineup is cool and it's fun defensively, but like let's be realistic here. We're gonna need to get some buckets in the half court at some point.
A lot of
Bro,
it
see,
falls on Scotty Barnes too. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I mean, I agree in a sense, but at the same time, I think the expectation was set way too high for him. He
Yeah.
won Rookie of the
that
Year.
is real.
Fans wanted to act like he was better than Cade and Mobley, even though we all knew he wasn't. And now it's just it's kind of showing that the expectations were too high because the shoes he can't like nobody like we couldn't have expected him to fill those shoes.
yeah, but like I look at these numbers and I'm like, your numbers, if anything, your numbers are literally down from last season. Like at some point, it's like, okay, we're not. You can at least do a little bit better than you did last season, right? Like you can build off of that a little bit in year 2. But I don't
Hey
know.
man, Tatum wasn't the best in year 2, but
I say it all the time. Sophomore
He's
slump
not the
is real,
best right
man.
now. No, let me stop.
nah, bro, that's insane. That's insane. I just wanted to say shout out to Siakam because bro, he is the attention that bro, like Mason said, these niggas are ass. He's playing with construction workers, so he's basically carrying the entire team. He gets doubled, tripled all game. Teams don't give a fuck about nobody else on the Raptors. And he's still getting buckets. He's still distributing. He's still making plays. He's still defending. I haven't really ranked top like 15 players or something, but like he got to be up there, like all NBA, some shit. Like he's.
Hey, I'm the only one who
I've
had him in
seen
the
it.
top 25 preseason, by the way. Not to
Yeah.
pat my own back,
Hey.
but Siakam's been him.
That's a W call, bro. He's definitely top 25, no doubt about it.
If we had, dude, Siakam's been amazing. Come on.
Nah, he's been good. He's been good. I'm just saying.
Nah, that's
like,
crazy, Caleb.
I'm just saying we can't give
insane.
everybody top 25, right? It's just,
I mean, he just had
Bro.
like 38 and 14 the other night. What more do you
Siakam
want to
is
see?
definitely top 25, bro.
like
We'd have to look at it.
I don't even know that
I
off my
assume
head.
he's
He's
still
definitely
this
borderline.
season,
There's
this
just so
season
many
production
players.
wise.
I know I had Levine in my top 25, bro. Get that nigga out of
Oh, yeah.
Siakam.
I didn't.
Future
But
Lakers,
also-
Mike Levine, crazy.
Let's keep talking
would
about
be
the
a Lakers
Raptors for a
fan.
second. I vote, which thank God we don't have any Raptors fans on this pod because we all know they don't like me enough. But let's get Pascal to another team. I'm thinking the Mavericks. Let's get Pascal to the Mavericks with Luka and let them two cook.
Yeah, that would be cooking, bro.
Yeah, they can blow it up.
Don't know what
Scotty.
assets Dallas has, but hey, I'd like to see that.
Pascal would
mean,
probably be better than
Josh Green's nice.
as well.
Dallas can send them Kemba Walker and a couple picks.
Let's transition
Hold
to
on.
the West unless anyone else.
Can we start with the Mavericks with the West? Bro? I just want to talk about Kemba.
Yeah,
bro.
go. Yeah.
I bet on the Cavs that night, bro. Kemba made me so sick.
That's your boy. Your
It's
boy
funny.
Kemba.
And I'm rooting for him to come back too. I'm just like, bro, really? On the night that I bet Cleveland, this man wants to come out of nowhere and turn back the clock to fucking 2017 or some shit, bro. That shit was crazy.
Hey, Carter and I watched it in person. That was vintage.
That shit was
Oh yeah, we did.
crazy.
How was that experience going to the game, seeing Kemba cook up? But you guys ultimately won the game.
It was great.
We almost lost our 2-0 Cleveland day to Kemba Walker, but
we were thankful that Christian Wood thinks he's KD.
Yeah,
that was terrible. That was a terrible. Let's see, West. Okay, so you mentioned Dallas. The two teams below Dallas right now are going through some injury trouble. We got Golden State without Steph Curry, presumably for around 3 weeks or so, depending on whenever he gets reevaluated. And then the Lakers are going to be without Anthony Davis. Seems like a month or longer. How are you guys feeling about those team situations? They're currently both outside of even the play-in tournament. Are we worried about these teams getting into the play-in or into the playoffs at this point in time? I guess start with the Warriors because that's the team that people were expecting to be a lock to make the playoffs. That now it's like, what's going on? Type of situation.
I'm not too worried about Golden State because I think that Steph will come back around when his timetable to return is. With Anthony Davis, I have no idea when Anthony Davis is going to come back. Yeah. But even if Steph misses like until February, once they stop resting all their players and they just run a Poole, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, Looney lineup, that can be serviceable enough until Steph gets back.
Fair enough.
If I'm the Warriors, I'm hitting panic mode and making trades sooner rather than later because with no Steph Curry for a month and a half, it could get nasty because you're already out of the playoffs. And I mean, at the end of the day, you just need to put Steph Curry in the top 10 seeds, and I think he has a chance to make it all the way to the finals, really. But without Steph, this team could look bad. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we watched them start losing game after game after game with no Steph.
Because their bench is terrible, too. They just got smacked on the Knicks last game. Although Jordan Poole does play a lot better when he's in the starting lineup, but then that just means you're taking your best bench player, you're putting him in the starting lineup, and now your bench is even worse.
Yeah.
So it's looking rough. I think there's two different lanes. Like for the Warriors, we need to make trades to try to get better to salvage the season. For the Lakers, it's at this point, like don't even like it's the season's what season? On one perspective, but then the other is if you can tread water without AD and make a move or two. The West is the Midwest, as I like to call it. I mean, it's you can get up to play-in range, if you make a move or so. But I don't know. Be interesting to see. John, any thoughts on Warriors or Lakers right now?
Not really thoughts on the Warriors. I mean, I think they'll be okay. I think when they beat the Raptors, I know they lost to the Knicks. When they beat the Raptors, that kind of gave me more hope for them because Poole showcasing the ability, like, okay, I can still get us a game. I don't think they're going to fall that bad, and I think Clay might get them a game too. So, I don't think they're going to fall that bad. They're still going to have, like, a loser record without Steph, but, like, I think they'd be, like, be able to tread waters at least. Lakers, bro, I was thinking about this, bro. When do y'all consider trading AD?
Trading AD. I mean, he's kind of the brightest spot right now for Lakers, no?
How many times is he gonna get injured, bro? How many times is he gonna play 40 games in the season for you guys? I'm not saying he's gonna do it this season. I'm saying like, let's say if he gets injured, he doesn't play like a lot of games this season again. When do y'all consider trading him?
It's tough because what is his market? I mean, obviously you're gonna want an Anthony Davis type of player. But like with the injury history, I think that does hurt his trade value. So I wonder what type of package it would be that we could get. Like to your point, this may be his peak value, or at least when he was healthy. Like at this point, moving forward, it could be the best basketball we're gonna get from AD. So, but I don't know. Unless you're blowing the whole team up, I feel like LeBron signed his contract extension, and everything, assuming AD is gonna be right there. So. I assume they probably want to keep that dynamic intact.
Send him to Chicago for DeMar and Levine. Send him home. Lakers turn 1 star into 2.
That could be
Lakers would be disgusting. Be bad.
Russ, we would be very nasty.
Russ, DeMar, and the same court would be great.
Yeah.
No, what is he doing, bro?
I wanna talk about Portland real quick, more specifically about Damian Lillard. He made some comments regarding the 3-point shooting in terms of the greatest 3-point shooters ever. He's now 8th, I believe, in career 3-point makes, and he was basically saying that outside of Steph Curry, they don't really throw my name in the discussion like it deserves to be. And he's put up some ridiculous numbers shooting the three. He's multiple seasons he's shot 10 plus threes a game, and he's making them at a pretty good rate. Do you guys believe that Dame should be more so mentioned among the greatest 3-point shooters? Like we're talking Ray Allen's, Reggie Miller's, Klay Thompson's, that type of tier of shooters.
I feel like as far as like on ball 3-point shooting goes, like I think he's right there, or he's like the closest to Steph, I guess, compared to like Ray, Klay, Reggie. And I feel like I didn't watch Ray and Reggie, but I feel like they're more maybe just point guard shooting threes is what I'm going for. But similar to Steph.
I will say Dame did say that he gave Steph his flowers. He said, I know Steph's won, but I belong right behind him. And honestly, I don't hate that take that much because personally I've always had Ray Allen 2, Klay Thompson 3. And I mean, I don't know. I think Dame belongs in that category because on ball as a shooter, like with the ball in his hands, Dame really might be second. Because, I mean, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, and Klay, all those guys have been the most elite off ball as shooters. So I think it'd be fair to put Dame second as the greatest, on ball 3-point shooter.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Anything else y'all want to mention on the West, or we can get into Mason's game?
I don't really think I have a lot to talk about out West, but I'm enjoying this season so far. I think right now we're witnessing elite hoops. It feels like the entire league has a team that or has a player that's averaging 30.
Yeah, it does. There's a lot. There's a lot right now.
Guys are cooking. I feel like it's fun basketball.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
The worst team is alternating my every day.
I swear.
Yeah, it is.
The Suns, the Grizzlies, the Nuggets.
Hey, let's point out that out east we got 3 teams with over 20 wins, and then out in the Midwest, not a single team has touched 20 yet.
Man. All right, Mason, take it away, man.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the game. So I kept it all-star themed, and I got 10 guys that played kind of in our era, some a little bit before, but guys that we grew up fans of. And I'm gonna name a player, and then you guys have to tell me what year they first became an all-star. So, I think for this to be most fair, we'll guess in order. Like, we're not just gonna all throw out guesses because, like, obviously someone would get it eventually. So we'll start with buckets going first, and then if you get it, you get the point. If you don't get it, then someone else can jump in and steal it.
Got you. Okay.
Okay. So your player is. Which now that I'm looking at your player is Steph Curry. What was the first year he was an all-star? And
can we steal as soon as you say it's wrong, like either me or John?
No, then next it'll be your turn, and then John.
See, the thing is, I know he was. I have a limited time, right? It's not like a time.
Yeah, go for it.
I know that David Lee one year made the all-star team over Steph, and Steph deserved it. I'm trying to think if that was 2013 or 14. Was the first man? I'm gonna just say 2015. But I think I might be wrong.
2015? Okay, you're wrong.
It's 2014.
Carter.
I'll go 2014. But I like
no, John.
It is 13.
2013, yeah. Even though it was,
I knew it wasn't going to be.
Even though it was the 2013-14 season. So.
Oh,
so that's 14 then.
So
right?
That's what
he made it. So I guess he made it in 14 then.
Yeah,
that's what I was going off.
The All-Star game was in 14.
Yeah, because I guess the All-Star game is in the new year, huh? I guess I would have been 14. Okay,
damn, bro, it was the year before. I'm tripping.
I didn't think that his first All-Star year would have been his first championship year. I thought those had.
Yeah, he was a first-time All-Star, 13.
I just don't remember him coming off the bench in All-Star, so I was wondering like if he was good enough to be.
2012, 2013, he didn't do shit. He didn't make the All-Star game.
Guess
That's
not.
crazy. That's crazy, man. I let down all of Curry Nation. My bad.
All right, Carter, you get the first guess for this one, and this one's a little bit tougher. But your player is Buckeyes legend Michael Redd.
Michael Redd. Oh man.
I definitely know this one.
That's crazy. I have no clue.
I think he was drafted early 2000s.
You're spot on.
I'll go 02.
John.
Is it 2006?
No. Carter. Or Buckets.
2005.
No. Carter.
04.
2004 was the year Michael Redd was the only year he was an all-star.
First and only. Okay.
First and
Let's
only
go.
year as an all-star. But shout out Michael Redd. He was fun on 2K. All right. The next player for John's turn to go first is Allen Iverson.
96?
No. Buckets.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say like 94.
No.
95?
No. John.
Fuck.
97.
No. Buckets.
Oh my
92.
god.
You're going the wrong way, Carter.
I don't know what it is.
98?
Why did you say that?
No, John.
99.
No. Buckets.
All right, bro. He got it. It's over.
2000?
2000, the 1999-2000 season. Allen Iverson was the first.
When did he wait?
He was playing against Michael Jordan in
When did he
All-Star
get
game.
drafted?
96.
I mean,
Yeah, he
unless
got drafted
basketball
in
references.
96. You say 92.
Yeah, 92.
How's this going?
And this man fluked it to the win.
Iverson was
Jordan
16
played
years old in 92.
This
I
man
thought he
we're
played
fluked it to
against
the
Mike
win,
in an
bro.
All-Star game. Maybe I'm
We're showing our age.
Man fluked it to the win, bro.
All right. Next player. Buckets, it's your turn to go first as well. Another guard legend, Darren Williams,
Ooh.
out in Utah.
Yep. He was in CP's class, 05. I'm gonna say like 2007.
Carter.
I guess. Okay, we'll go 08 then.
John.
2011.
Buckets.
God damn it.
06.
No,
So
Carter.
bad.
09?
So bad.
No, John.
2010.
2010.
God damn it.
2009-2010 season.
I thought D Will was an early bloomer.
I was a year fucking off in the first place. These clowns didn't know what it was. Bucket said fucking 2006.
Was he still with Utah or was he with Brooklyn by then?
No, he was an all-star with
No,
Utah.
he was in Utah. But he
Him
got
and
to
Big
Brooklyn-
Al.
He got to Brooklyn to build the super team with Paul Pierce, remember?
Yeah, I think he made one though with Brooklyn. I'm not sure though.
I think he
No,
did
yeah,
make an
he
all-star
did make
game.
one. He did make one.
All right. Carter, your player is Steve Nash.
He was getting MVPs like the mid 2000s. I'll go 01.
Okay, John.
I don't even remember when Steve Nash was drafted. I remember they had some early runs with Dirk, and they got in the playoffs, but they always would lose to like the Kings or some shit. I don't know, bro. So I don't know. I say that to like I don't know if he was.
What was Carter's guess again?
Run.
2001.
Okay.
Do you have a guess, John?
Hold up, bro. I'm thinking, bro. Okay. 2003, 2004 season.
No. Buckets.
Okay. I might be giving a lot away here, but I'm just starting to think of my thought process. He was in Kobe's class, so he was I think 90 was it 96? I think he was 96.
I think Kobe's 96, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely first couple years were a little more rough. He had some trades back and forth. Mavericks, Suns.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
Suns.
They like traded him back and forth basically with like Jason Kidd. I'm gonna say 99.
Back to Carter.
02.
2002. Yep. 2001, 2002.
Oh,
is correct.
my first one. Oh,
No fluke, man.
I will say to anybody out there who's hating, personally, I'm 2002 was the year I was born, and I know everyone else is similar. So this is before our time, but I mean, like, it wouldn't have been that fun if I asked you guys really easy ones.
the only slanderous one
Shout
is
out
y'all can
Steve
slander
Nash,
me for
man.
Curry. Y'all can slander me for Curry. That's cool. I'll take that.
And Allen Iverson, 1992.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
All right. What's funny about saying 1992 was that one of the years Jordan was out of the league and Hakeem won?
I think he won 92. I think it was 91, 92, 93. Skip 94, 95. Come down 96,
Okay.
98.
Okay, yeah. All right. Anyway, so next player, Carter, you just went first, right?
Let's
I
see.
think you did. Yeah,
We've
you
done
had Steve Nash
5.
first.
So
I think I did. Or no, Carter might have.
One.
So John's up.
You started. Okay, yeah, John is up. All right. Your player is one-time All-Star Elton Brand. Oh, wait, no, actually, he was a multi-time All-Star. He made it at least twice. I'm tripping.
Was he a Knicks? He was on the Knicks.
Elton Brand? No, I don't think
What
so.
team was he on?
Sixers.
As an All-Star, I thought he was on the Sixers, but I'm not positive. Let me check. As a first-time All-Star, his team was the Clippers.
Oh wow. Okay. So this is early in his career.
Early in his career.
1974.
Bro, do you know who Elton Brand is?
I actually don't know, bro.
Oh, he's literally playing. All right, that's worth Iverson.
1974.
Bro, Elton Brand retired in 2016.
40-year
I
career.
know the name. I just can't, bro. I have no recollection of this man, bro.
All right, Buckets. Do you have a guess better than 1974?
I think it'll be a little bit better.
1975.
I think he was around 2000 this year he was drafted. I think I might be tripping. I'm gonna guess like.
Oh, bro, I'm thinking of Bob McAdoo, bro. What he said, I don't know, bro.
Bob.
I'm gonna say 2002.
Right on the nose. 2001, 2002.
Let's go.
His first year. Elton Brand. That's a good one. You can get that one first try, but Steph Curry.
All right, my bad. I'm a Curry stan too. That's what they call me. So yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Oh, that's funny. All right, Buckets, you get to go again. First time All-Star for Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. I'm trying to think because this dude, for one, he doesn't play enough games most years, and then he was coming.
Why you have to throw in the random diss? Why couldn't you just answer the question?
This is my thought process.
Why you got to get on Kawhi second?
This is my thought process.
All right, bro.
He was a role
Breaking it
player.
down.
He was a role player for a couple of years. I'm gonna say 2015.
No.
Damn.
Carter.
14.
No. John.
16.
2015-16 was the first season he was an All-Star. Played 72 games and averaged 21 points per game.
I wasn't about to say 13, bro. This man has
between 14 and 16.
Yeah,
13 would be crazy to say.
16 feels so late for him to be.
Yeah.
Just because
He's
he
already
was a player
like
at first, and he didn't play enough games a lot of years.
Wait, I'm winning, right? I'm winning though, right?
No, you have 2, Buckets has 2, and Carter has 3.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Are you mad?
All right.
Yeah,
My bad for getting more points.
All right, Carter, you're up first again, and your player is Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Mm.
I'll go 06.
No, John.
CP3.
Chris Paul, CP3. Not a different
Oh
Chris Paul.
07.
No, buckets.
Fuck.
Okay, so Chris Paul, I have to do this. It helps me.
You got to break down your reasoning.
He was I think he was same year as D Will. I think like 05 draft. He said someone said 07, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about 08?
Is that your guess?
08, yeah.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Okay, that's correct.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wait, so when I didn't say 08 because that was the year he was carrying them niggas against the Spurs. And they blew like a 2-0 lead. So I was like, there's no way he was a first year All-Star.
Yeah,
That's
2007,
crazy.
2008.
Was he an
first time All-Star.
MVP candidate that year or
Yes, bro. That's crazy. So he just exploded onto the scene.
that's crazy. Hey, shout out CP3, man.
Yeah, shout out Chris Paul. All right. Back to you, John, to go first. And your player is Rip Hamilton, Pistons legend, face mask legend.
1955.
No, bro.
17.
Bill Russell's favorite teammate.
I want to say, I think he was a multiple time All-Star, right? Because I think he made it in like 2008 as well.
Let me
But
check.
that's not my guess. I just think he made it in that year as well.
Rip was a 3-time All-Star.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw those pictures. So I don't want to. I don't think it was their championship year either. I might 05, the year after.
So you say 2005?
Yeah.
No. Buckets.
Yeah, could not tell you when he was drafted, but I assume he won it before, or he made the All-Star before he won a championship. I might be tweaking on that. I'm gonna guess like 02.
No. Carter.
04.
No. John.
06.
2006.
Really?
2005, 2006 was the first year.
Wow, it wouldn't be before the championship. Like I remember all the narratives Pistons have no All-Stars. Like it wouldn't be before.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I was 4 years old when these narratives happened.
All right,
wasn't
then go back
watching
and tap in.
basketball.
Go back and tap in. Go back and watch the Lakers get their ass whooped by the fucking Detroit Pistons. They got mollywopped, nigga. But that was the end of the Shaq era in LA. Go
Yeah,
watch.
well,
go
they
watch
three-peated before that, so I think they'll be all right.
Rip Hamilton was drafted in 1999.
Okay.
And crazy, he made an All-Star game, averaging 21 points a game on one 3-pointer attempted per game, which is crazy to think about.
Bro,
in today's
because
league.
There's a lot about
mid-range is
errors,
lethal.
man. Crazy.
His mid-range was lethal. That shit was not at the game.
John, did you get that one right?
Yeah, it's three up.
Okay, it is a 3-way tie.
Ooh.
Okay, so then
Time to get my Jason Tatum on.
should everybody have a guess, or is it just for this 10th one, or is this just how it goes? Because this one's technically the tiebreaker. Because it's a 3-way right now, 3-3-3.
All right, we three-way.
Oh my god! Literally, I didn't even think about it. But okay.
I don't care how we do it, to be honest.
Okay,
Yeah, I
well,
don't know.
because right now
Yeah,
it
all
will be
right,
Bucket's
why
turn
don't
to
we just
guess
do-
first. But
Okay, yeah, let's do that then.
No.
you guys just want to
It's
scream out
an
answers.
advantage because he has a chance to win it, but also how often do we get it right in the first try?
On the first
That's
try.
true.
So
Yeah.
And
All right.
sometimes being second, like you get to hear what someone else guessed, and you can.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
your
it's the same
player.
thing regardless.
Your player is 1-time All-Star Danny Granger.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna get this.
20.
Don't guess yet, John.
No, wait a second. Danny freaking Granger.
2000.
He's like a 05.
2005, no.
05.
Carter.
2010.
No. John.
2012.
No. Buckets.
All right, if he's not a 05, then he's a 07.
No. Carter.
09.
Boom. We have our
Wow.
winner.
Wow.
Let's go.
Carter with a win. Danny Granger, 2009.
What was he drafted? Was I saying years?
He
before
just had a short career because of injuries. So like,
Yeah.
Let me see.
gone,
I
like,
think he was
what,
drafted like
early
2005-ish.
2010s,
2006 is when he was drafted.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
22 years old.
I was tweaking. All right, hey.
Yeah, but
I
his
was-
only season as an All-Star, he averaged 26 points per game.
Yeah, he had a moment where he was that guy.
Because
All
I
right,
remember everybody saying, like when Paul George resurgence was like, everyone was like, "Oh, imagine if Danny Granger was still elite."
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, that was fun. Appreciate y'all for coming
Another
through.
Mickey Mouse.
So when you don't win, it's just Mickey Mouse. Is that what it is?
Every single time.
I'm just saying, like, is it?
How is that Mickey
I didn't even win.
Everyone
this
got a
time.
chance.
They know what the viewers see. It's clearly rigged.
The viewers see it.
Clearly rigged against John. I just hate John so much that I rig these games against him.
Hey, I don't know what I did, bro.
John
Love
is
you, man. I don't know what
man.
happened.
Comment free John, man. In the comments.
Free John.
All right, y'all. We out for this week. Peace.
Later.